10 minutes of quotes about life I absolutely love. You don't just get to leap from bright moment to bright moment. How you manage yourself between those bright moments when things aren't going so great, that is the measure of how devoted you are to your vocation. Someone bathes in haste, don't say he bathes badly, but in haste. Someone drinks a lot of wine, don't say he drinks badly, but a lot. Unless you know their reasons, how do you know that their actions are vicious? When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. When people think about traveling to the past, they worry about accidentally changing the present. But no one in the present really thinks that they can radically change their future. According to an ancient legend, there was a time when ordinary people had access to all the knowledge of the gods. Yet, time and time again, they ignored this wisdom. One day, the gods grew tired of so freely giving a gift to the people that they didn't use. So they decided to hide this precious wisdom where only the most committed of seekers would discover it. They believed that if people had to work to find this wisdom, they would use it more carefully. One of the gods suggested that they bury it deep within the earth. No, the others said. Too many people could easily dig down and find it. Let's put it in the deepest ocean, suggested one of the gods, but that idea also was rejected. They knew that people would one day learn to dive and thus would find it too easily. One of the gods then suggested hiding it on the highest mountaintop, but it was quickly agreed that people could climb mountains. Finally, one of the wisest gods suggested, let's hide it deep inside the people themselves. They'll never think to look there. And so it came to be, and so it continues today. If less is more, maybe nothing is everything. Cut my pie into 4 pieces. I don't think I could eat 8. Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. In view of the fact that God limited the intelligence of man, it seems unfair that he did not also limit his stupidity. No one changes the world alone, and no one doesn't change it at all. It's much more easy to start with the absurd and rein it back than to start with something boring and bring it forward. Success is something you attract, not something that you pursue. Sometimes, when you are in a dark place, you think that you've been buried, but actually, you have been planted. Better to know you're bad for a season than pretend you're good for a lifetime. Nothing is sad until it's over. Then everything is. The weight doesn't get lighter, but your back gets stronger. There are no solutions. There are only trade-offs. Confidence without competence is madness. I beseech you to treasure up in your hearts these my parting words. Be ashamed to die until you won some victory for humanity. The process is as important as the result. Oh, what darkness does great prosperity cast over our minds. Comparison is the thief of joy. Safety is never a permanent state of affairs. Deeds will not be less valiant because they are unpraised. The only way to go fast is to go well. Motivation is a daily battle you'll have to fight at the beginning of each day for the rest of your life. Conflict delayed is conflict multiplied. Say not of others that which you would not say to their face. After I am dead, I'd rather have people ask why I have no monument than why I have one. When one person shares wisdom with another, neither person is diminished. In fact, both are made wiser. Most days, we'd rather be wrong with a crowd than be right by ourselves. The robbed that smiles steals something from the thief. Doing a thing well is never trouble. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. To be ignorant of what happened before you were born is to remain forever a child. Where a man is against his will, that for him is a prison. You cannot have a future if you hate your past. The society that separates its scholars from its warriors will have its thinking done by cowards and its fighting done by fools. Shame is something you put on yourself. Your feelings of inadequacy will go away the more you orient yourself towards service. Act with kindness, but do not expect gratitude. Fear is inverted faith. Fear is faith in evil instead of faith in good. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. Never ask, why am I not getting the results? Always ask, what can I do to get the results? One chooses rather to be good tomorrow than to be good today. Do every day all that can be done that day. By thought, The thing you want is brought to you. By action, you receive it. The point of living isn't to arrive at the future, it's to arise in the present. Sorrow looks back. Worry looks around. Faith looks up. I'd rather be a good man than a great king. If you want peace, prepare for war. God is a comedian playing to an audience too afraid to laugh. It is important to draw wisdom from many different places. If you take it only from one place, it becomes rigid and stale. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. A man that is afraid to make a mistake is unlikely to make anything. Fear of failure, when left unchecked, can actually lead to the failure we fear. If you want to be a writer, write. Time is a created thing. To say, I don't have time, is to say, I don't want to. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Don't wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking. Letters just received are the easiest to answer. The better you treat your body, the better your mind works. In all my years, not a day passes where awe does not strike me at the beauty of this world. You are a plebeian, said the patrician to Cicero. I am a plebeian, replied the great Roman orator. The nobility of my family begins with me. That of yours ends with you. We live in deeds, not in years. In thoughts, not in breaths. In feelings, not in figures on a dial. Because another is unkind to you is no justification for your own unkindness, but is rather a call for the exercise of great kindness on your part. For if a man's unkindness is so wrong and hurtful, yours to him must be equally so. Millions long for immortality who don't know what to do with themselves on a rainy Sunday afternoon. It's better to do it badly than not to do it at all. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. Art should comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable. You earn your reputation not in an instant, but slowly over time. The difference between winners and losers is winners do things, losers do not want to do things. If you're gonna walk on thin ice, might as well dance. Some painters transform the sun into a yellow spot. Others transform a yellow spot into the sun. All men have fears, but the brave put down their fears and go forward. Sometimes to death, but always to victory. Every act of helping is a way to say yes to life, and saying yes is a profound form of successful behavior and happiness. A good anvil does not fear the hammer. If you have an idea that you genuinely think is good, don't let some idiot talk you out of it. Ask yourself whether you are happy, and you cease to be so. Truth is not what you want it to be. It is what it is, and you must bend to its power or live a lie. But a man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for? We are idiots now, we have been idiots in the past, and we will be idiots again in the future. There aren't any other options for human beings. The price of inaction is far greater than the cost of making a mistake. When one teaches, two learn. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? The only way of catching a train I have ever discovered is to miss the train before. Character is what you have left when you've lost everything you can lose. Be fearless in the pursuit of whatever sets your soul on fire. Power is always dangerous. It attracts the worst and corrupts the best. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your life. What we do now echoes in eternity. The secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. The sun does not measure its light by the shadow it casts. There's nothing on this earth more to be prized than true friendship. Do not stop writing, do not stop creating, do not stop making art, do not ask for permission. The opposite of crazy is still crazy. Eat at your own table as you would at the table of a king. If you know the way broadly, you will see it in everything. To be number one, you have to be odd. I have the right to my work, but never the fruit of work. They lose the day in expectation of the night, and the night in fear of the dawn. A man who suffers before it is necessary, suffers more than necessary. Courage is fear holding on a minute longer. No one climbs Mount Everest by mistake.